expect, what we can see. But at the same time, when you look at this last map, right, it becomes a lot more intricate as time goes by as well. With both teams wanting to go super fast and aggressive, you know, Kagendra and both RRQ Kazu as well. My question is, who's going to be faster, especially with Kagendra's ability to break down a lot of the glue walls and defenses?
Well, Tash, it's time to go, and already teams are revealing their positions, so we're not going to be playing this slow at all. We are going to go right into the action, and Abe is going to sit in the front lines for the team to provide vision.
I don't think Kagendra actually sussed him out quite yet. If RRQ is able to just really, you know, make them steal away their attention, he might go huge there.
Oh
no! 7 is going to open it up onto 18 Deer. He tries to challenge it out against Irap, but Abe actually flushed off his position, forced to rush forward, and now he's going for a full push forward against Irap. Irap dodges, Dutz, falls. And now suddenly Abe, his position compromised out there in the open. Maal for the time being at least tried to equalize it. Easy for that also falls as well. Eliminated fairly quickly. RQ on the back foot, not anymore.
Whoa.
Finds that pick off onto Irap as well. It's a game of ring around the rosy. Good shots all around, but it's CT7 to barely win by the skin of his teeth. And he's gonna bring his teammate back online.
Oh, but it's Maal that is left standing. And we have to remember as well, Maal, he is the sniper of the team. So if there's someone that might be able to bring it back, it might be Maal. He gets the catch on the CT7. It is a 1v1 Tash and Maal. He's slowly chipping away. No space at all. Here comes a blue zone, Maal. Oh, he loses easy for Raph.
No way! Easy for Raph just sprayed him to oblivion despite the fact that Maal had all the space in the world. What is going on? Because that was Maal's game to win. Raph was so low. He's eaten away so much damage from the zone as well.
Oh, what an insane first round. And this is just the first game of this round as well.
That's crazy.
Okay, so bit of a change up here. I think RRQ, okay, even though that did not go their way, I think they are getting a good grasp of how they want to play this round. And especially Maal, I think he's starting to realize how important his role is to get that damage in. So already positioned right behind the fishing hut here, and 18D already taking a little bit of damage. 18D's got to be so careful in these rounds. I feel like he plays too important of a role to be knocked out so early on. He needs to be the one to start things and provide vision for his team. But so far, he's just struggled to survive after rushing in.
Kagendra really understands where the position or where Abe as well as 18 Deer are. They sussed him out fairly early. They don't allow him to play very close. Those two early nades just really you know, change his positions. But CT7 will be the one to fall. Maal, this is a very, very aggressive long-range pickoff. And 18 Deer wants to rush forward and follow up. But Kagendra very much ready for it because Dutz and 18 Deer both fall. Maal quickly deals with the glue walls, breaking it. And Abe still was able to steal away a kill there. Dutz to be the first one out as well. RQ with only Abe left alive. I'm not sure whether or not he can bring his teammates back online, and he can't. And Kagendra, they made that round look fairly clean and fairly easy.
Man, Kagendra, they are looking fantastic. Yes, okay, they may have barely won that first round, but the second round, flawless execution by this team so far. And look, we've said this before, any team that starts snowballing, it's really hard to stop that snowball.
Kagendra, they're looking very confident right now. They're reading RQ Kazu very perfectly as well. Both teams crossing now to the middle side area. You want to be the first team there just to be able to take away a bit more space, position themselves a bit more aggressively. And Kagendra waiting in the corners. Can see the spider trap coming online as well. Dutz eats a lot of damage from that nade. All alone in an island. Abai finds one before he finally gets taken out. No, he's not. Because Easy for Up is immediately shot down to his death. Easy for that alone. Finally knocked down as well alongside Dutz. And now the rest of the team scrambling to find their way back online. CT7 alone. What are you going to do here in a 1v3?
I mean, Dutz and Maal, they are still quite low at even 18 Deer, but I think you're now starting to reach the point of no return. Too much health is coming back, and CT7, he reveals his position. They know exactly where he is, and I do not blame RRQ. I mean, they got to do this methodically. You don't want to give anything away, of course, possible. So
That was
there we
a lot of respect.
go. Clean, clear. And yeah, no, you do not want to give any economy away. So great comeback from RRQ Kazu.
I love this. I love how patient they were. A bite just now is so interesting. Just the fact of the matter is, he was supposed to have died there in the middle. He tanked 4 different players, but somehow his teammates were able to collapse and kill the members of Kagendra before he goes down. He repositions himself away, and suddenly he's just one person left of Kagendra alive. CT7, the backliner. And this time around it's changed. With Kagendra all going forward toward the middle side area. RRQ rallying forward. But Kagendra, they want to take this proactively. They want to be the ones to rush up forward, show their hand first. Abai will be the one with the chip damage forward. But in that way as well is information gathered for Kagendra.
Information gathered, and they actually kind of forced RRQ to not play what they wanted to do. RRQ were trying to go and fan out originally, but then they saw the group up, so I think they realized, okay, we can't really fan out, we gotta group up. But CT7, he's there, ready for the team. Easy wrap, and they go in, they catch out Irap
Huge
Tash.
opening. Yeah, Irap falls, and now Abai gets traded out as well. 1 for 1 as Maal quickly delivers more killing blows. Doing huge. 18 Deer able to bring his teammate back online as well. Now Kagendra on the back foot. The nade keeps the rest of the teams at bay, but 18 Deer says, well, who cares? I'm gonna disrespect this. Rushing forward with the shotgun in hand. Tries to go and jump shot forward, and he's so low. Tag team forward. 18 Deer wins it in the end. The jump shots are just too much to deal with. Kagendra, the rest of the team just fall like flies. RRQ starting to get very confident, very aggressive right now. You have a player like 18 Year able to take up space, go straight in your face in terms of fights, tagging team with you as well. It's just phenomenal work coming from these two.
So this third round is getting really closely attached. So you can tell both teams, they've absolutely sussed each other out, and they now have a really great grasp of how the other plays. And so it's really coming down to those small movements, those very important initial knocks. Who can you catch out first? And can you catch out the most valuable player on the other side? So again, Kage, because they're playing a rushing lineup, they try to rush in, but RQ, they want to rush in as well.
Oh, easy for Raph, taking a lot of damage forward by 18 Deer, as well as the rest of RQ just completely collapsed. Kagendra, it started as soon as soon as it started. And now you're in a 1v1? No, 18 Deer traded out. But the rest of RQ still very much online. CT7 alone in a corner. 18 Deer quickly and swiftly deals with him as well. I have to say, this initial fight was just so fast how RQ is just able to collapse from multiple angles. Perhaps RQ is just a little bit more comfortable on this map.
I don't think Kagendra is also aware that RRQ is basically throwing their rushing comp in their face. They're saying, you might have a lineup that wants to run into us, but we can match that energy as well. And they're running into Kagendra, no fear. They have the vision, which unfortunately for Kagendra, they don't actually have vision themselves, right? Because the coder allows RRQ Kazu to pick and choose their fights because they have that additional vision. So Kagendra, if you're gonna make these rushes happen, you kind of have to rush in before Abe can set things up for the team.
RQ this time around taking it a bit more slow. Knows exactly where the positions of Kagendra are. Abe just using those glue walls to make a bit more space for himself. Kagendra and Dutz one each. Dutz falls. Nabai still trying to break into the area. Too many angles and corners to clear. Wins his.
Ooh.
Trying to find where the other members are. Could bring 18 Gear in, and he does just that. But RQ, you always have your teammates who are a little bit more faster to clean up house. Delivers it perfectly. Abai took a while to find his way to the other members of Kagendra, but finally gets in the end. Him being able to stay alive for a while longer means that he's able to just eliminate the last few stragglers.
And this is now starting to reach a very scary moment here for Kagendra because RRQ are getting very close to match point. Just one more win for RRQ to get match point, and then they've got one more win after that. So for Kagendra, if they don't start picking up wins here, they're going to basically be playing a very, very dangerous game where you cross a line you don't want to cross, and this match is going to be over. So again, we see this rush continue. Kagendra is grouped up together as 4. RQ though, they have 3 with 1 in the back.
God.
And oh, Dutz got caught.
That's a nice nade if you ask me. Abai still trying to bring him back into the game as well. Mal as well gets caught out. It's a different mindset for Kagendra, understanding how severe this round is as well. Irab doing the most. His throwables are so much to deal with. And AC and Deer, he tries to go forward. And Kagendra reads it. They collapse. And RQ tasting a bit of their own medicine for the last map, for the last game previously. You can see that AC and Deer tried to play a bit more aggressively forward. And Kagendra were ready for him.
I don't think they were really concerned about 18 Deer anymore. I think they realized that 18 Deer is the least of their concerns. The initial knock on to Dutz was great because they gave an opening for Kagendra to start their pursuit. But as soon as Ma'al went down, just based on Ma'al's position, you know that's Ma'al. That's when they rushed in because they knew they did not have to deal with the sniper anymore. So RQ need to be extremely careful with Ma'al's position. He has to stay hidden. He cannot afford to be one of the first two players to be knocked in this matchup. You kind of want 18 Deer to be that dummy for the team, right? You tank the shot so that Ma'al can get the follow-up elimination.
Nades sent out just to give them a bit more space to control. Kagendra, oh my god!
Again!
Dutz once again caught out in the open. And here's the indicator for the rush forward. Eliminated already, cannot be brought back into the game. 18 Deer tries to make something happen. But any form of rush forward, Kagendra deals with it swiftly with a glue wall. Cannot answer. Trying to break the walls as well. And quick reposition for 18 Deer.
Really slowed down here for RQ. They're trying to find the right way to approach this Tash, and they're going to try and rush in again with Abe and 18 Deer. They pop glue walls in, but it's a glue wall from either side, so now it's just a really awkward standoff. They can see each other, but they don't have any clear vision.
Also out. Taking their time, just eliminating one another, but time ticking right now with only 15 seconds to go. You gotta make something happen. Easy for Raph, thought he was able to just breach into the area. He's all alone here out in the open, takes a lot of damage forward as well. Abai close by, his teammate as well, ready to swing out if need. 18 Deer got stuck in the window and punished quickly. Abai forced back. 3v2. Kagendra understanding this, quick to find Abai. Abai rallies, cannot hold out. The amount of barrels pointing at you is a bit much to deal with. And Kagendra makes this competitive.
They've made it extremely competitive. It's 4-4, Tash. I can't believe it. Our first matchup, and we are getting... It's going down to the wire for this final round. And the question now is who's going to get that first match point? Because all of a sudden, whoever gets that first match point, that sets the fire up for the opposing team to maybe come in for that reverse sweep. Oh boy. Here we go, Tash. RQ, Kazu, and Kagendra. It is 4 apiece, looking to grab that match point, and the cyber airdrop is there. Kagendra wants it, but do RQ give that away for free?
Here's the hold for RQ this time around. You can see them start to get a bit more hesitant. 18 Deer eating a lot of chip damage forward. Mal, this is what he wanted as Mal quickly finds Easy for dead. And there's the call to go and rush forward. 18 Deer takes it in stride. Good shot to the face. Dutz to find one more. Easy for Af and Mal both traded out and deleted from the game. And still a 2v2. 18 Deer caught out a Bay as well. And Kagendra, that mid-round adjustment and mid-round recovery is just incredible to see.
CT7. This man is causing problems for RQ Kazu because originally in that fight it was going to go in favor of Kazu, but the CT7, he made the wrap happen, he got rid of Ma'al, and from then on, RQ Kazu struggled to deal with CT7. So it's not easy for Dead that's the problem anymore. It's CT7. And they're really struggling to find him. I feel like his movements have been so on point because he's not really playing with the team. He's playing that assassinator's role for the team, right? He's wrapping around, he's looking for blood, and the most delicious blood is Ma'al's.
Real. And RQ waiting inside.
Look at that wrap.
No, yeah,
look at that wrap, Tash.
He's just doing so well at just wrapping. I'm surprised that they haven't been able to identify him after so long. I don't think he knows in front of him as well.
This is so tense.
It is. Oh, he peeks out. Might be in trouble.
Oh.
Definitely heard the footsteps. Yep, this place is Dutz.
Yeah. Yep, they know. They know. But CT7's still patient, waiting for the opportunity to catch out Ma'al, who Ma'al isn't quite with the team. He's also separated. So if he is backstabbed, he will be going down with no support. But Kage, I mean, they got to camp the compound, right? Like, they're already at match point. All they need to do is to get one more win. And you can see RQ, Kazu, they're sweating. They're sweating this round, and they kind of don't know how to really run into Kage now because they're boxed up in this compound. If you try to leave, it's a bottleneck. If you try to stay, you might go down to the blue zone. So they need to be very methodical, very careful in how they choose to exit the compound. Even Kagendra's saying like, hey, you want that compound? You can stay there. You can stay there when the blue zone comes in.
I think RQ wants to force this fight. 18 Deer here going a more aggressive corner. They're just in a very dangerous predicament, forced to move back here. Abai tries to trade, but Easy for Raf is so good at just separating him from his teammates. 18 Deer eats a full force of that skill to his face. Eliminated already, but Dudes at least trades. So it's a good time for them to go forward. Ma'al, Irap, both go down. It's a 2v2. Still not done. Work to do. As Easy for did. Knocks out Ma'al here. And Dudes and Abai play together as a team. Swinging out 2v1.